Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you're having a good one. What's good was good was good. So, we've had a lot go on over the past 48 hours, right? We saw Nvidia drop like a rock. They lost $600 billion in a single day. That's a serious wake-up call. I thought it was a stupid drop, right? I don't think it's on Nvidia. I think it's on everybody else for not thinking. No matter how DeepSeek affects the market, you're still going to need processors. And this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why these algorithms out there because they actually do control the market, why they hammer the whole spectrum as opposed to, no, we should just be hammering these stocks. And yes, you do have some people that just panic and don't know what the heck they're doing, so they bring everything down. Well, thank you for introducing an opportunity to buy into Nvidia, which this morning is already looking like it's up over 5%. Just saying, you need chips. Wherever you're using the technology, meaning, you look at DeepSeek and they're saying they were able to do this, on cheaper things and all that good stuff. True or false? Where you use the GPUs in the process doesn't matter because you're still going to need the GPUs. Period. Right? You're still going to need the GPUs. So I don't know what people are cracking jokes about. It's something where you're starting to see things rebound. You saw crypto rebound. You saw a lot of things rebound, and I think people need to get over that. They need to start thinking, oh wow, maybe we should be thinking about how we approach things. That'd be nice. That would be nice. So one step at a time, just get there sooner rather than later. That'd be really nice. Just saying, just help us out. You know what I mean? Just help us out and get there properly. Get there in a way that says, oh, I actually know what I'm talking about. Right? But most people are not looking at it like that. So like I said, when they trade in broad strokes. They trade as if everything is affected and not just these tiny little things. Who takes it on the chin? OpenAI. OpenAI responded. Sam Altman was like, listen, hey, if they found a better way, we're still going to come out and be better because we'll just be more innovative. Thank you for showing us how to do it. Basically, what they said was, game on. There's nothing like healthy competition. Nothing like healthy competition. So that mini black swan event, and I do call it a black swan event because we don't know what the ripple effects are going to be. The cost of doing things might not be as high as what people think, but it also means that we might also see more efficient everything because as AI gets better, those tools get better. Remember, those tools are built to help. So the more they can help, the better we get. The more they can help, the better they get. It just keeps going. You start to get to that point where you're kind of like, we might be onto something here. You think? So yeah, I mean, I'm happy with what's going on at the moment. Let's grow. Let's grow together. Let's figure it out. I kind of like that. I really do kind of like that. So I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about how everything gets affected and all that good stuff and where I'm going to put my money and how I'm going to put my money there. How am I going to strategically invest? Meaning I have the GMB3 in my pocket, right? Do my own research, know my entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. 15 minutes a day. Study 15 minutes a day and you will get better. You will absolutely get better. I've already heard people talking about, DeepSeek can't be all that. They got brought down. It's not the online version that people are yapping about. Us technologists are talking about the version that you can download. Because we can analyze that. We can see what's going on. We don't have to hit their computers to run it. We can run it locally. We can create our own AI farms. This is where the thought process is going. I've got it running on my laptop. I have a whole AI environment running on my laptop. And let me tell you, it is the sweetest thing. It is the sweetest thing. Oof. And it's a bit quick. Just saying. What else do we have? So then we have, I just want to hit on this. You've got basically a crypto tax-free idea coming out of Trump. He spoke about it during the campaign. I had to stop and gather my thoughts. Sorry about that, but he spoke about it during the campaign. So projects like HBAR, ADA, ALGO, and XRP, everybody US based. Imagine going tax-free. Imagine being able to say, well, if you dilly dabble in those particular coins, you don't have to worry about capital gains. Do you know what kind of boom that would be? So right now, it's just an idea. It's nothing that's actually out there yet. But wow, imagine if that was to come true. Just imagine, right? Then I told you a couple of weeks ago or a few weeks ago how KuCoin had to pay that $300 million fine. And I said, I don't think that's all they're going to have to do. I think there's going to be more. And guess what? There's more. What did we find out? Well, we found out that, I better stop this. We found out that they're absolutely going to need to fire all the brass, all the top brass, they're gone. What else did they have to do? That's right. They had to exit the US market. Imagine. So KuCoin is exiting the US market. That's good and bad. I think moves like this are not good for the United States, right? And the reason why is because it limits competition. It limits competition. And on top of that, it removes a global perspective. Because remember, KuCoin operates in a lot of countries around the world. So yeah, so does Gemini, so does Kraken, so does Coinbase. But the number of centralized exchanges in the United States have diminished in a big way. So I'm just wondering, is that the right decision? And I'm thinking, no. No, it's not. And like I said, I think it's one of those, I think we require, right? I think we require the competition. I think we require, that global perspective, right? Because the more places that an exchange operates in, the more steady their pricing is going to be. You won't have so much of an arbitrage. Meaning the price of Bitcoin on Coinbase would be the same as on KuCoin. Or close. You're basically setting it up so that there's going to be an arbitrage. Don't see how? United States getting involved with, just getting involved with Bitcoin. But because we can only get Bitcoin in certain places in the United States, the price is different because we're kind of operating in a bottle. Then you've got all the other exchanges operating all other places around the world, and they've got their price for Bitcoin. Do you see how that works? So there's going to be a lot going on to actually adjust to the arbitrage, to try to stop the arbitrage. Well, Coinbase is trading over here. They've got Bitcoin. Let's make sure that, prices, you can only maneuver the price, but so much. So I think you're going to introduce arbitrages. I think that's what's going to wind up happening. And I don't know that that's a really smart idea. I really don't. Just trying to make sure that I open up all the windows that I need to open up when we decide to go through all the numbers. And I believe I have everything opened up that I need to have opened up. There you go. All righty. All right, we're ready to rock. We're ready to rock with the numbers when we get to that point. Then what else do we have? We've got Tuttle Capital. Actually, we have DeepSeek releasing their Janus Pro model. Okay, that's their imagery model that's going to go up against DaLLE-3. Wow. Okay, just another one to just land on the chin and saying, hey, you've got more competition than you think, and you better take it seriously. I think OpenAI is waking up and going, yeah, I better take it seriously. I mean, Sam Altman is driving a supercar that costs more than it took for DeepSeek to come to light. I find that to be funny. That was a nice little dig when somebody came out with that. I was like, oh, yeah. Hope you're not driving that car, bud. Hope you're not driving it around. Then you've got, I'm sorry, it's Tuttle. I said in the other video that it was Turtle. It's not. It's Tuttle Capital. Is proposing a crypto-linked leveraged ETFs. So a 2x ETF for things like Link, ADA, DOT, and meme coins like MELANIA. Imagine 2x ETFs. And I'm sitting back and I'm just kind of going, I don't think people understand degenning in the first place, and I don't think that that's a good idea for ETFs. But you do what you got to do. You do what you want to do your own research, try to move the way you need to move. I do not give financial advice, just saying. But I would do a lot of research on that. And it's just a proposal right now, but imagine if it came through. Imagine if it came through. That would be pretty doggone interesting. Then you have the lack of liquidity and legal hurdles, why tokenization faces major obstacles. And that's by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. What they're saying is, listen, it takes money to actually do, tokenization, right? It takes money and skill. So you have to find the skills, you got to pay them money, and you've got to have a certain amount of liquidity to support it. Yeah. So I think tokenization is going to start big. I think it'll start in two places. I think it'll start big and start small, right? You already have California doing tokenization of 47 million automobile titles. That's ridiculously disruptive. Imagine transferring that idea over to real estate. Title searches would not be hard to do. You take a current title search and you go, we're going to tokenize this. The title search industry would be very different. Who holds that title? Well, when you pay off your mortgage, the mortgage company will send you your title. It'll both be in paper format and, digital format. Most likely just digital. Bam, here you go. There's your title. That's huge. That's a huge deal if that was to happen. So yes, it takes liquidity, it takes knowledge. And are they obstacles? I think they're normal barriers to entry. I think the OECD might be overplaying this. Just a tad. And no, I don't believe they're a US-based organization. I think they're based overseas. Bitget offers PayFi. Imagine being able to pay your bills on-chain and off-chain with their payment process. Wow. It's not new. I mean, Visa's offering that service. MasterCard's offering that service. You have credit card companies offering that service. And Bitget's saying, why can't we? Not bad. That's a smart move. I'm wondering who else is going to get in on that. Seriously, I wonder who else is going to get in on that. Does Coinbase wake up one day and go, we should get into the payments game. We should do this. Does Binance wake up and go, we should do this? Why do we need a deal with the credit card companies? We can do this. Ooh. When the banks get involved in crypto, banks might say, oh, we can absolutely do this. We'd be the custodians for your crypto. We should be able to help you pay bills. That would actually be something we could charge a service fee for. An actual service. Imagine that. Clutch my pearls. Imagine a bank charging for actual services. Then you've got Binance facing accusations of market manipulation. Binance's $20 million transfer to Wintermute raised concerns about transparency and fairness in market-making activities. And I'm sitting back and I'm just going, that's FUD. I'm going to say it straight up. I believe that's FUD. And why do I believe that's FUD? I believe it's FUD because they are the largest freaking exchange in the world. They haven't been doing anything any differently than what they've done before. FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Somebody wants to spread it. Figure out who stands to gain from it, and you'll see why they're spreading it. Just saying. That's honestly how I look at it. BlackRock increases Bitcoin holdings by about $1 billion with a quickness. That brings them up to, I think, 2.7%. 2.7%. Wow. Of all Bitcoin. Wow. Wow. And then you have the Arizona State Senate moving forward a bill that would see Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. Again, you don't just have countries or Bitcoin reserves being created at country levels, but you also have them being created at state levels or municipality levels. There is a demand that is growing that people are just, we're talking about it, but I don't see enough people actually reacting appropriately to it. I think it's because, okay, it's coming. How is it going to come? Are they going to be OTC transactions? Possibly. Are they going to be out there in the public transactions? Possibly. That gets to a point where exchanges are not going to be able to do OTC transactions anymore. Like they won't be able to pull from their own coffers to handle those transactions. So OTC transactions will really become OTC transactions. So I'm paying attention to that in a major fashion because I want to see how everything kicks in. I'm paying attention to that big time. Big time. And then how do you have your crypto snatched? Countries that go around snatching crypto from nefarious people, they're going to make money. So are you going to see, a natural crackdown on fraudsters? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's going to go straight into the reserve. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. And by the way, go to jail. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I mean, just look at what happened to Silk Road. You spent 10 years in jail. You should still be in jail, in my humble opinion. Right? I'm just looking at it and I'm just going, yeah, I mean, you can argue the amount of years that he got was over the top, but you could have adjusted that. I don't agree with him getting out of jail. I really don't. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. Let me get my notes out of the way. Let's go to earnings. RTX Corporation, Stryker. That's they're in the. I believe they're in the space with Becton Dickinson doing medical devices. I believe Progressive, Boeing. You have a lot of numbers that are coming out this week. So I'm just looking at CNBC and Fox Business to see who's coming out with numbers, what their numbers look like. But the noise is coming down. Noise is coming down a bit. You want to know who I'm paying attention to? 7:30, I'll be watching CNBC because Maria Barra I believe she's from Ford, will be on, and I want to find out what's going on in the car industry. Because that's retail. Are people buying? Are they not buying? I'm looking at, what's the number of repos that are going on, repossessions. I'm looking at all of that. What kind of defaults are happening on car loans, on mortgages. That's what I'm paying attention to. I think because from a grow my bag perspective, I think there are other markets other than crypto that we could be diversifying into that can make us money. Just saying. Fear and greed index is at 72. It was 71 yesterday. I'm suspecting it'll ease back up, to close to 80 by the end of the week. It's what I'm thinking, unless, that black swan moment just radiates out, which I don't think it will. I think we're starting to see that correction now. We're still at $129.5 billion for total value locked. Okay. Not bad. You see a lot of things that are up. And look at these things that are up. XRP is up 10%, 11%. Sorry, my bad. 11%. Just changed. Cardano is up 8%. See what I'm talking about? Everything took a huge hit yesterday. The hit was larger than it should have been. Certain things should not have taken a hit, and now it's recorrecting. Just saying. People don't pay attention to things. I really wish they would. When I look at the numbers year to date right now, Bitcoin's at 9%. Ethereum's, getting closer to being positive at 4.35%. XRP is up to 46.14%. See what I mean? These moves, when you look across all of these time checks, it gives you the flow. I'm looking for the flow of coins. I'm looking for the flow of coins. That's what I pay attention to. I'm just saying, there are certain numbers that you should be paying attention to that can help you get there. So I look at this and I look at this. I look at similar numbers over here, but this is the one I'm looking for, the GMBX factor. Why? Because it tells me what's going on. Let's take a look at the losers. Losers, we've got VTHOR, it's down 3%. That means that, let me just, put that in order. It should have come up in order. So when you look at losers, here are the big losers, but when you scroll down the list, look at that. You've got positive numbers. So that loser list is real short. That loser list stops right here. Solana Swap, Thor Chain, these are things that I don't even care about. Let's go over to winners. And again, let's hit the change. So looking at the change, let's see, who am I looking at? XDC network up 22.18%. Holy freaking moly. XDC has been on a move for the past couple of weeks. Wow. Aerodrome Finance up 21%. Now, XDC network has a GNBX factor of 0.6. What? It's clearly going to do it. Aerodrome Finance, a GMBX factor of 1.17, up 21.18%. Yeah, because everybody took a hit yesterday. That shouldn't have taken a hit, right? This new puppy out here, GigaChat, up 17.95% with a GMBX factor of 0.57. You've got Jupiter. They got their airdrop going on. They're up 15.94% with a GMBX factor of 0.65. Are they going to do it? Duh. Let's see. Official Trump up 13% to 29.81. GMBX factor of 1.46. Possibly it can do it. I'm telling you, I think it can do it just because, I think it's a bribery thing. I really do think it opens up the avenue for bribery. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying that it's too close of an opportunity to do so. That's what I have a problem with. It should never have been allowed. KuCoin up 13.23%, even though they're exiting the U.S. market, hottest market. A 1.05%, 1.05 GMBX factor rather. I think they could do it. But for me, I'm kind of like, I'm not buying, coins that are by exchanges. Used to do it years ago. Never really something that I believe that I should be doing anymore. SNEC is up 12.51% and a GMBX factor of 0.38. SNEC's been on a move for a minute and nobody's really noticed. But SNEC has been moving up a bit. Hyperliquid up 11.39%, GMBX factor of 0.48, right? They've been on a move. XRP clearly up 11.20%, GMBX factor of 0.09. 0.09. I did a trade last week, or a few days ago, and I was gonna buy one coin, and I was like literally at the last second, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy some XRP. Boom. And I think that it's gonna do nothing but go up. It's gonna go. Do I think it's gonna hit $10? Oh, that's a tough question. Is it mathematically possible? Yes. Do I think it will? Ooh. And you're talking to a guy who's, got some XRP that I originally bought at 33 cents. Just saying. There are some of us out there that are real XRP army members, and we're in it for the long haul. BitTensor, one that I'm kind of interested in, up 10.33%, a GMBX factor of 0.71. Yes, I'm interested in it. So yeah, when you do your numbers and you go over everything, you're kind of like, ooh, I should probably pay attention to this. Should probably pay attention to it a bit. I just want to see something. Yep, those are your big boys. You come down, I want to go past 25. Yep, XRP, BitTensor. Look at that. Eigenlayer, Algorand is up. Algorand has a long way to go, but if that tax thing comes through and you're holding Algorand, that GMBX factor of 8.27, I think you're going to see Algorand. I think you're going to see other U.S. based players go up just on that news. It's starting to gain steam. That's why. Jitto is up. Cardano is up. Stellar is up. Let's see. Who else am I into? I used to hold a bag of Aptos. It's up. Hedera is only up 6.55. It's got a GMBX factor of 0.80, but I want you to pay attention to that. I want you to pay attention to that. It's definitely going to make that 0.80. Absolutely. Absolutely. Litecoin is another one that's up. It's got a GMBX factor of 2.58. I think quietly it will hit that 2.58. Helium, no, I don't think it's going to hit that 13.95. Will it go up a bit? Yes, but I don't think it's going to go back to its all-time high anytime soon. Immutable, arguable, but I'm leaning on the side of no. VeChain, I'm leaning on the side of possibly, right? So I am looking at that. SUI, a GMBX factor of 0.40, another one that's quietly moved up. Are they going to hit their all-time high of $4.07? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. No way that they can't. I'm sorry, at $5.35. Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. There's no way it can't. So I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, I'm in on that. I'm absolutely in on some SUI. I hold a nice little bag. Anyway, everybody, this is Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, smash the likes. Absolutely smash the likes. Tell your friends about this community, because this community specializes in sharing information amongst each other to help each other grow our respective bags. Whether the market's going up or the market's coming down, we're trying to give you tools so that you can self-evaluate and manage your bags appropriately. Nobody's going to know how to manage their money better than you if you actually take the time to learn. So do your 15 minutes of reflective work. Do that research. Do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. That's the GMB3. Use those. Put them to work, because your first investment is you. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.